Numbers never lie. This is why I love to share the following information with you, so finally you can answer this important question. How much investing in Italy in real estate can be profitable for you? And if there is any profitable business to run coming from Italian properties, what is the return on investment you can expect? Before giving you the answer, let me try to explain what this video is about. We are taking into consideration the property value based on, let's say, the market value or current value. Then we are considering the amount of money you can get out of that, whether from short-term agreements such as, Airbnb and Booking.com, and long-term ones like, 18 months to 3 to 4 years long. And then, of course, we must analyze those estimates based on the location of the property, because maybe you can make, let's say, more money or less depending on where the property is located, right? So, roughly speaking, on average, the expected return on investment is around 5% gross. And if we take a look at, let's say, 2016 results, for example, it was 4%. So the market is going really well, if you think about it. In case of short-term rental, more likely Booking websites, the average profit rate is more than 5.5%. If we compare the average southern and northern profit margin, it's almost 1% difference. In other terms, renting in the north is way more convenient. If we compare region to region, you'll be very surprised. If Liguria, just name one, can give you 3.5% and Calabria 4.2%, Friuli, Venezia Giulia goes to 6% and Umbria around 5.8%. What about cities in particular? Rome is around 4.2%, Milano around 5.3%, and Firenze stands with 4.8% per year. And even within the same city, like Rome, for example, some places can give you 3%, some other places can give you 5%. And just to pick another example, let's say Milan, you go for 3% to more than 6% in the same municipality, just, let's say, different blocks. So now that we know what the gross looks like, what is the impact of the property tax due and expenses related? Roughly speaking, the IMU, this is the name of the property tax in Italy, can cut between 0.5 to 0.8%, and expenses between 0.5 to 1%. So now you can do the math. And in the case of Airbnb and Booking.com driven properties, you can definitely jump to double digits profit margin, let's say 10 or 15%. But in this case, it really depends on the amount of days you can use the property for such a business. If you have or you don't have a property manager to pay here in Italy, unless if and how you're gonna run that under a business entity or not. Just to complete the overview, any kind of home improvements could lower your tax liability, so automatically this would add some percentage on the net profit. And this is something that I'm really sure of, a lot of professionals could have a different opinion about how much you can make out of a property rented out in Italy based on, their own experiences, because they are 100% commission driven. In other terms, they make money by selling you the property. You know what I'm talking about, right? Or because they actually are just guessing what the market is, so no personal practice to rely on. The goal, generally speaking, before buying a property is to understand prior to an investment decision in Italy how actually you can afford owning that property in the long run. Even how you can put that on sale if things don't work out, if there is any capital gain to play with, if you sell it within 5 years. And in case you want to rent it out, what's a net left on the table you can really use for your life? Because, at the end of the day, you count money, not other people's opinions, right?